be ugly at times and still get over the line, but still win beautifully as well. So they've plan A and plan B, and they continue like this team are going to be formidable, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. Nothing's won tonight, and I'm sure Pep won't be happy with the way they've won tonight because we know he's a perfectionist, but I'm sure he's realised that's a different string to their bow and not a way they're accustomed to winning. Like we all said, when the ball's coming in the box, you've got someone that is willing to just throw his body on the line and make sure he gets into the net.
Very good. Fascinating night of football. And it's Erling Haaland who delivers the knockout blow to Dortmund. We're going to take a quick break. Don't forget that we're live until 11:30 this evening with Champions League tonight. After the break, though, we'll have a look at how Dortmund shut out City, how well they did to take the lead, but how Manchester City found the answers to the questions they were asked. That man, centre again. See you shortly.
Corner taken by Reina. Cleared as far as Marco Reus. It's deflected and in is Jude Bellingham. Stones for Manchester City. Oh, yes! What a goal! What a ball that is by Cancelo! What a finish that is by Haaland! Wonderful! Sometimes you cannot believe your eyes. What a moment here at the Etihad. Haaland against his old club, and it was written in the stars.
Who else in this competition against those opponents? Erling Haaland with yet another special moment since he arrived at Manchester City. There's been plenty of them, and you know what? You just get the impression they will keep on coming. Fascinating night at the Etihad this evening. I think we should get straight to the goal, don't you? Straight to the moment.
We have to. It's an unbelievable finish, outrageous finish. There's a few different things on this angle here. It's just, you know what? When you look at it here, right, he receives the ball, right? As he receives the ball there, and you look at that and you go, oh, if I'm a Dortmund player or the coach, I'm sitting there going, we are happy here. Look. We've got more bodies than them. There's not a threat. The ball can go out wide, not a problem.
That's 7v3 in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a picture you've seen numerous times in the first half.
And you're saying, go on, throw it in there. We'll absolutely eat this up as we have the whole game. But if you watch Haaland here, the ball's actually, it goes past him. As I said earlier, Zlatan's the only man who's scoring that like that, the audacity. Can you just do us a favour? I don't know if we can see it on this one, but if you just watch this man here, watch his reaction, Rodri, when this ball goes in. Just keep your eyes on it. I don't know if he's... Is it on this angle? We don't see it on here.
The ball in
That's not that one.
Yeah, it's just...
That ball from Cancelo is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Similar against Seville, I think it was, when he crossed it and it come back across again outside of his right foot. That's not a technique you tend to teach kids, young kids anyway. It's, no, use your left foot, in-swinger, but that finish.
He's even gone with the wrong foot.
Yeah.
He's gone with the wrong foot.
Again, you're not practising that, are you?
You're not practising that. I said to watch a certain player in this. I've got to let you see it because Owen pointed it out. It's actually funny. It shows you the impact this guy's having on the team. And I want you to watch him. He's here. Yeah, that's the player I want you to watch. Just watch his reaction when the ball goes in the net. Let's just take our eyes off Haaland for 1 minute if we can. Watch him. He's got his hands on his head. He can't believe it.
Can't believe it, yeah. But
anyway.
the thing, we just stop on there for a sec. This, when we said, you know, Dortmund really deep, back four, three in front, the space is here. You know, cross the ball, get the ball in the box, put them under pressure. Look, you're not going to guarantee to score, but the ball in the finish, you know, and the good players, they recognise this is where the space is. There's nothing in there. We got to take it from here. It took them a bit of time to figure it out, but they figured it out.
I look at it. Me and Joel are standing from a defensive point of view and saying there's no real danger here.
Can you do anything there as a centre back?
No, because the ball's past him. I'm thinking he can't reach. I'm thinking he can't reach that.
It's actually he shouldn't get that ball.
No,
but it's actually they've defended the situation quite well. But it's just an outrageous pass, and sometimes as a defender you've got to hold your hands up and say that was just too good, and then it's down to Haaland to be able to say that right, I'll get it. Even though it's beyond us, and I shouldn't really get it. I'll go with my wrong foot and I'll control it still.
Yeah, because if he's heading that, you think the defender can do better, he can adjust his feet in one way or another, but that's not a technique you practice to score, and it's not a cross you attempt to defend.
If you put karate noises on that, it fits.
Daniel LaRusso.
We'll have to work on that for Champions League tonight. There's also a recurring theme here that Erling Haaland doesn't need to see an awful lot of the football to have an impact on games. Look at that, the fewest touches of any player that started the game for Manchester City. Less touches than the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's not a thing he's worried about. We spoke off air at half-time and was like, if he had 100 more touches and the City were winning 3-0 and he hadn't scored, that's when he would be upset. Him having 11 touches and not scoring isn't a thing. It's when the team scores and they win and he hasn't scored. I'm sure that's what's the frustrating thing for him.
What I love about him as well, there's a lot of strikers, young and old, who will have minimal touches in the game. He had 11 at half-time, who will be panicking, who will be frustrated, who will be going searching the ball and affecting the team shape by getting out of position and going searching to get more touches so that they can feel like they're part of the game. He's calm. He's just thinking, I want goals. I can have 3 touches in the game. If I get one of them in the box and I score, I'm happy. I go happy.
You're right.
Man.
He has no negative body language really to his teammates. Doesn't he? Sometimes he demands the ball, but he doesn't get frustrated and throw his arms up. He's always ready for the moment.
We played with Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, if he scored a goal or 2 goals in the game but didn't play really well and didn't have loads of touches, he weren't happy. Really? This guy's a total opposite. Give me minimal touches and give me goals, I will die a happy man. That's the way he is. That's the way he breathes about football, is that it's all about the end product and that's scoring goals, deciding games.
All right, well, the winner was special. The equaliser wasn't bad, was it?
Oh, John Stones will remember this. I would. But again, out of all the outcomes, when they're set up here, it's a switch of play here. And you could see the change in the tempo when Phil Foden, Bernardo come on and Kevin De Bruyne goes out wide and then you get the ball here to John Stones. And as a defensive point of view, you're thinking, for all the options you've got, I want you to shoot in the greatest respect. But it's so sweet, so flush. Again, I wasn't lucky enough to score any goals like that in the games. Maybe in training I would attempt it, but what a strike.
It looked like the goalkeeper was going to say, if you look at the final angle, it's a strange one, isn't it? It looks like he's there, and then he almost takes his hand away.
Yeah, again, he might be unsighted by the defenders in front of him, but yeah, from a goalkeeping point of view, he's knee down, like bent his knees, and obviously his timing's all off, but again, it's a clean strike.
I'm sure the goalkeepers union will be protecting him and finding some sort of excuses online that we'll see in the show later.
We'll wait and see. But it was a great strike and a fascinating game of football. We're hoping to get some reaction from City. In fact, it's interesting. We were going to speak to a couple of players right on the whistle. They were ready to speak to Des, and Pep came along, grabbed them, took them all off into the dressing room. So he's obviously got a message he wants to share with his players. And as soon as he's finished that, and they emerge, we will bring them to you because it'll be very interesting to see what they made of it this evening. We'll also, of course, talk about Dortmund, that you can't have a game like this and not talk about the fact that the visitors more than played their part. Jude Bellingham with a goal. Dortmund with a brilliant performance, but Manchester City with a win. And that man, as always, plenty of passion and a cuddle for the ref. See you in a minute. It's 2 wins from 2 for Manchester City in this season's Champions League, but tonight they were made to work for it. Let's hear from those two. John Stones and Erling Haaland are talking to Des.
Erling, that was a comeback. It was almost like you'd written your own script tonight.
Oh, yeah, it was. In the end, we showed what we are, and this is what we are, and this is how we have to play. And yeah, in the end, I'm proud of the last 20, 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, a wonderful goal, a wonderful cross view as well from Cancelo.
Yeah, 2 wonderful goals today. I think mine was a bit better, honestly. But yeah, Cancelo, nice cross. So yeah, in the end,
right foot.
really important win. Nah, left is okay.
You broke a few hearts from all your old teammates there as well.
Yeah, but good to see everyone.
John, what a scorcher. You know, I needed something like that, didn't it? Just to shake, because you've been banging on the door for so long.
Yeah, no, try and take up those positions. The manager wants us in those sorts of areas for things like that. And to control the counter-attack as well. We're in good positions for balls that come outside the box, picking up the pieces, and yeah, it was one of those things. I was getting a few shouts and decided to pull the trigger.
When was the last goal? When was the last one? February? Was that a screamer as well?
Assist today. No, he started scoring now.
But it's a deficiency here because you had 2 shots on target with the 2 goals, but clearly you had problems getting through tonight.
Yeah, it was difficult. We were definitely not our best tonight. First half we made it difficult. We didn't play at the tempo that we should have. We didn't use the ball well. We had a lot of sloppy passes, things like that. So at half time, we had stern words between each other and tried to, you know, change that for the second half. I think we did as well.
Yeah, and Erling, they denied you the space there. Obviously, they clearly know how to stop you when they can. I mean, they defended very well.
Yeah, they didn't stop me. I scored, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they played well and they were good. And yeah, Edin, I was quite sure I was gonna be followed the whole game because of Edin knows me very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dortmund was really good today, and in the end, the 3 points is what matters.
Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very interesting, isn't it? We see his personality and dominance come across on the pitch, but even in interviews like that, you get a sense of his presence and how at ease actually his teammates are with him.
Yeah, and it's natural. And you have to have that self-belief, borderline arrogance that you're going to be the match winner, the game changer, because having spoken to these guys and played with some, they believe that. They genuinely believe and want to be the best player on the pitch. And when you've got them that kind of mindset and you're able to fit the games the way he does, you're going to get asked them questions and you've got to answer honestly. And yeah, they tried to defend him, but he scored and they won the game.
There's only certain players that can walk into a change room, a big change room, a winning change room, and go into that culture and just fit in seamlessly like that, so quick. There's an arrogance that you have to have, which is a nice arrogance, but there's a confidence of you know what, I'm the guy. I come, I deliver. That's what he's walked in with, and he's obviously delivering so much and so well in the early part of the season, but he's a problem.
I think it's his greatest attribute, his confidence. I know he's a natural goal scorer and timing and all that stuff, but his personality in those moments is what I think what separates him. You know, it's almost like he expects and he demands it. And I think Des said, "Oh, they stopped you." You know, what they tried.
Yeah.
But the problem is that kid. You'll love that. You know, that all those experienced centre backs that he played with, whether it's Meunier or Hummels or Sule, you know, they thought they had the upper hand. And all it takes is a little moment. I mean, Jolien, it's not even on. You know, it's not even a chance.
But
and he
right,
makes something
Owen.
of it.
His reaction to that comment, oh, they defended well against you, no, they didn't, I scored. Yeah. That prickliness tells you there's the competitive energy and edge.
But it's not done in a nasty way, is it?
No, it's facts.
Yeah.
I scored. What? Nothing. You can't talk to me now. But that's the way he'll be talking to them defenders. It's crazy, but I love it.
OK, well, let's get some more reaction now, actually. It was a good night in many ways for Jude Bellingham, despite the fact he finished on the losing side. He played his part. Great contribution from him. Another little message as well, perhaps, to Gareth Southgate. So let's get some reaction from him. He's now with Des.
Jude, that must be painful. He did so much great defensive work out there tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, it's not one of them games where you can get on the ball and have loads of possession, but you know, when you have it, you have to try and get the team forward. And we knew that we were going to spend the majority of the game without the ball, and I think we were brilliant for, I don't know, when they scored maybe 75 minutes, and you know that's enough time for a team like City to put you away.
They didn't get a shot on target until the goal.
You're killing me. Stop. But yeah, I think it can. You know, that's what great teams can do to you. You know, you don't give them a sniff, and then out of nothing they can score and kind of tilt the game back in their favour.
You sat back well. You're very disciplined, determined. You denied them the space, and Erling was having problems as well.
Yeah, you know, that shows his quality. You know, he's not always in the game, but you know that you give him half a sniff and he can make a goal, and that's what he done tonight.
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing, but a lot of positives out from tonight. Yeah. Probably you can't see him now, but
yeah, it's tough to see him now. To be honest, I'm gutted. You know, 15 or so minutes from the end of the game, but you know that's football against these big teams, and you know we've got a massive game on Saturday in the derby, huge for us and the fans, and you know it's important that we bounce back and we can take the positives quickly and learn from it.
Thanks, dude.
Cheers.
Well, the stats tell you all you need to know. He's the top scoring Englishman in the Champions League as a teenager. 4 goals, half of them against Manchester City. A sort of a bittersweet night for him, though, and we're just a short while away from seeing the latest England squad being announced, and it is another reason tonight for Gareth Southgate to consider this man central to his plans, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a debate or question of him being in the squad. It's now a factor of is he going to start in the team?
Yeah.
And there's obviously talent there and decisions for Gareth to make, but he's done himself no harms in his performance tonight, not just his goal. We spoke about him before the game, and his impact and his influence on most areas on the pitch is unique to most defenders. He's able to get forward, drive forward with and without the ball, recognise where the space is to run into, to pass into. He created the opportunity for Royce's chance, and then he popped up with a goal. So overall,
do you think he plays? Do you think he plays for England in the World Cup this summer? Or this winter, sorry.
I think if he continues to produce these performances, then yeah, I don't see why not. You got to look and think he's probably competing with Calvin Phillips, who's not getting the minutes that Jude's getting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would say so. But again, just off the back of his performances and similar to Haaland in regards to the mentality, I don't think he's worried about England. I think he's worried about, can we win tonight for Dortmund? And
Good attitude, good attitude.
I mean, that's a Haaland-esque run, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just the awareness for a young kid. The way he speaks at 19, the way he plays for a 19-year-old, it's not normal. You know, he has such composure and calmness and elegance to his game. He's a defensive midfield player, popping up in the box, scoring against Man City, playing, balls with the outside of his foot. We said before the game he's Swiss Army knife. He is. Normally he plays deeper, but today they wanted him to play higher up the pitch so he could get them up the pitch, and he did. So,
Owen, you're a midfielder. You played midfield. Where do you rate him in terms of the young talent around Camavinga?
He's with them. I think he's with them because when you play against someone, these guys know it, a centre forward as well. When you play against centre forwards, you think about players, right? Xavi was amazing, but he couldn't run. He couldn't get away from you. Everything was kind of in front of you. Jude can do everything. Jude can be physical, like Stevie G. He can be aggressive. He can play passes over the top. He can run beyond you. He can dribble. And they're the players you got to worry about because they can do everything. So I think for Jude, depends more on who's he going to play with. If he plays with Declan, he'll play further forward. Does Phil Foden play in there? Does Mason Mount play in there? So,
Who would you play?
He's starting for me, definitely. It'd be Declan, and he'll be right in front. And whether Mason plays as a number 10 or Phil Foden, but I think that would probably be I love Calvin Phillips, but I just think Jude has a little bit more box to box.
OK, right, let's get some more reaction now. Here is Pep Guardiola talking to Des.
Pep, that was a sensational recovery. That's kind of what good teams do, get themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, we are used to do it lately. Our first years we were not disability, and now after what happened in West Ham the previous game last season, and especially Aston Villa, now we have the feeling, but I don't like it. So we play in a wrong gear today. Our game, no aggression, we're incredible passive, and players like Hummels and Sule and Guerreiro and the players. And the moment we change the rhythm, we do so, 1-0 down, and the rhythm from Phil, from Bernardo and Julian, we change a little bit our pace, and we 2 excellent goals. I know everybody talk about Erling again, thank you, but come on, John Stones. Some highlights, he deserved it.
That was a screamer. It needed something like that, didn't it? Just to break through, something courageous, something outrageous, and he did it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure the first half, the way we played, John will not be able or had the courage to try it. But we had that momentum, the rhythm, and we said, okay, it's going to happen, and John make an exceptional goal. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, and Erling, of course, it was preordained that he was going to score tonight. I mean, that's what he does now. That's why he bought him, I suppose.
Yeah, what a goal. So I remember, you don't remember, you didn't see it, but when I was long time ago in Barcelona, Johan Cruyff scored one quite similar goal. I remember immediately when he scored against Atletico de Madrid, and he scored a quite similar goal. And today, it's nice Erling emulate the Johan Cruyff.
Yeah, and you were patient, and you kept working and working, waiting for the breakthrough, because they did defend extremely well, didn't they?
It's an exceptional team. So every year is in the Champions League, and it's a really good team. And we knew it. We were not good enough today. But in the same time, so it's good to have our resilience. So let's go. And after we, with Julian in the boxes with Erling, and we have another alternative now, and yeah, it works.
Group looks better. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Well, tonight he became the 5th manager to take charge of 150 games in the Champions League. And if you're wondering whether finally his passion for the game is waning, just look at the way he spoke to the referee at the full-time whistle. That's certainly not the case. You were saying when he was talking that you remember that goal from Johan Cruyff, do you?
Yeah, and it's like, listen, I don't think he's even trying to compare them as players, but it's just they've come up with a moment. They've come up with something, and it's a moment that not many players, if any, could produce at that time. And I think that when you look at that goal, it took our breath away. We're sitting in there going, oh my God, how? Where? Who? It was just only he was going to score that goal today.
Such an interesting night with so many stories. I mean, I think Gareth Southgate will be pleased seeing John Stones put the ball in the back of the net and Jude Bellingham do the same, Erling Haaland getting the winner. It kind of played out in all the ways that we would have wanted it to, I think.
But I think for Man City, that's good, you know, to win a game like that in Champions League. It's not always going to be perfect in champagne football. Sometimes, we said before last week, I think, you got to win the Champions League sometimes. It's not going to be perfect. You know, Real Madrid did it. You hang in there and then you strike when it's hot. And I just think City did that today. You know, they weren't at their best, but they got quality players. They defend well. And I just thought they have that X factor this season. They feel different.
Also, the changing of the rhythm of the game, the substitutions, bang. The quality that comes on.
Subs, good point, Ray.
Big subs that come on the pitch change the game as well.
Feel a bit different, doesn't it?
Oh, of course. And we praised Real Madrid for winning games like that last season. And they won the Champions League. And now Man City have proved that they have that capability. And so that will pose a different threat for everyone they face.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Of course, we've got plenty more European football coming your way this week because tomorrow night it's the turn of the Europa League and the Europa Conference League. Manchester United are away to Sheriff from 5:15 in one of the early kickoffs tomorrow. You can see the rest of those games all lined up there for you as well. And in the Europa Conference League, Shamrock Rovers are away at Ghent. West Ham have also travelled to Silkeborg. That one's from 7:45. Right, thank you very much for your company this evening. We are far from done, though. Champions League tonight is up next right here on BT Sport 2. If you want to join in the conversation, use hashtag UCL tonight. But straight after the break, you will see every single goal, every big moment from the night, and then we'll chat till 11:30. See you shortly.